season that you guys had last year. How does that feel, kind of try to bring that momentum into this year and kind of raise the bar again this year like you guys did last year?
Yeah, for sure. Last year was definitely like monumental in terms of what we achieved and everything. I think it was almost just kind of like a baseline for us to build off of, so it's almost like, you know, our expectation now coming into the season. Obviously super excited about what we accomplished, but almost left us hungry for more. So kind of taking some things that we did last year, implementing new things, but overall just having that baseline of like the new expectation and standards, and wanted to carry that forward and go even deeper this year.
Right, and you mentioned that baseline and to be kind of a part of that foundation that you guys are building.
Right.
How does it feel to have those newcomers coming in, and what's kind of the message to them about, you know, raising that bar and continuing to exceed expectations?
Right. I mean, I think the people that James and Nick and Brian have brought in are just like next level. So I think when you look at it, the things that we've tried to implement, they already have a solid baseline of. So it's almost just, you know, the fine details of everything, and focusing on sharpening things up. But as a group, obviously we've been together over the summer. Like, fitness levels are great. I mean, soccer is obviously growing now since we've been with the coaches, but they've just brought in people that fit the culture and the standards, and I think the message has just been to continue to elevate as a group, not necessarily change anything, but just use each other to sharpen it up.
Right, and yesterday obviously you guys had the exhibition game. How did it feel to kind of get back on the pitch and get back in the swing of things?
It was great. I mean, you show up and we see all the fans out there, and it makes a world of a difference. Starkville's a great place to play, and the community support is amazing, and it was just a great feeling to get back out there.
And to see all those fans out there, what's kind of, as a team, what's kind of your guys' message to them to continue to show up and show out in the stands?
I mean, really, they are the difference. You know, you're in the 80th minute of a game, you're really tired. You're obviously doing it for your teammates, but when you have, you know, couple thousand people cheering you on, it makes the world of a difference. So we're so thankful for the support that we get. We love looking out there. We love connecting with our fans. Like, one of my favorite parts of game days is being able to go over there on game days after the game and just connect with everybody that came. It's a very special experience, so we really love it.
Missy, I know you have an exhibition game still. What's that trip to Arizona? How's that going to get y'all ready for what's down the road?
Yeah, so we're really excited to go to Arizona, just from a soccer standpoint, but also team building. I feel like, you know, spending time on the road together is like super valuable. But in soccer terms, like, it's definitely going to be monumental. It's going to be hot, but it's hot here. So definitely playing in new conditions, getting used to that, but just using them to find our footing going into the season and taking it as a learning experience like we have been so far.
Obviously, you guys had your first exhibition game. Just kind of talk about how it feels to be back on the pitch and back competing again.
It feels great. I sat out for a year last year. I had to redshirt because of transferring from Florida, so it was my first time in a regular game here, and it was just great.
And to see, you know, the outpouring from the fans, and to see the stands filled in just an exhibition game, and the season hasn't even started yet. How did that feel for you guys as a team?
I think it really lifted us up, and it felt like our community had some confidence in us, you know. And like you said, it being the first game, the exhibition match, it was great to look up and see how many supporters we had.
And to see what the team did last year and the history that you guys made with winning in the tournament, how did that kind of feel, and how can you guys kind of carry that into this year?
I think it felt great. I think it just kind of like showed us that we're able to perform at a very high stage, and I think that we're just hoping to continue on that this year.
How's the heat or humidity? Is it going to translate to Arizona? 'Cause it's a different heat out there.
It is.
So what do you anticipate on that deal?
I think that we've trained in a lot of conditions, and we've also played in a lot of conditions. So hopefully that'll help us, you know, be ready for Arizona. But it is definitely a dry heat there versus humidity here.
Just kind of talk about how it felt to be back on the pitch yesterday and you guys' exhibition game. How did that feel?
It felt great being back. I think this new team is definitely something we are looking forward to. I think last year was a different squad, but this year we're a lot younger, a lot more excited, transfers, everything. So I think it felt really good.
And to have that success that you guys did last year, what's kind of the message to the team to try to carry that success into this year and raise the bar even higher?
Yeah, we talked about that. I think our number one thing right now is to get even farther than where we did last year. We got to round of 16, I believe, so getting farther than that is probably what we want right now.
and to see the outpouring of the fans and just the exhibition game and you guys going into the regular season, to see that support, how did that feel for you guys as a team to see that support and the fans filling the stands?
Yeah, it feels great. I think having the fans here is one of the most important things for us. They're loud, they get us excited, so we love our fans.
And jumping right out into the competition, that those 2 matches in Arizona, that's going to be a good measuring stick right off the bat, isn't it?
For sure, yes, yep. Yeah. I think their fans are, I mean, I've seen it before, the GCU fans are crazy, so definitely something we're excited to play at.
Yeah, just talk about your World Cup experience. What was that like?
Hello, my name is Whitney, like you know. Yeah, it was a great experiences, and we appreciate every moment I did, even if we not make it further, but it was a great experience, like I said.
And to kind of, you guys had your first exhibition game yesterday, to see the support that you guys have as a team and what you guys did last year at Mississippi State, just kind of explain how it is to see that fan support and to see those stands filled.
It's great to have people to support the team, and I think we were hard for that, and we're excited for the season too, and we're gonna try to go further than last year and do great, like I said, and support each other and to do a big season.
How do you think that experience in the World Cup, obviously the biggest stage in soccer, how do you think that'll help you to contribute?
As a player, it helps a lot, so develop our skills, of course, and to meet other big players. We used to say it's our idol, like they said. So, like I said, it's great, and I love each moment of it. And I had the chance to meet my favorite player at it, so it's good.
Was it
it's
hot
a good
down there
feeling.
in Australia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not hot. It's winter there, so it's really cold.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. You got a little break then.
Yeah.
And you mentioned the experiences you guys have competing on different clubs and competing for your country, and how does that kind of help you guys going into this season to have that experience, and for the other players on the team to have that experience too?
I mean, we can say we are a unique team because we go up together. We stay in Orange in Haiti, a place that they have girls only, so we kind of sisters, and we build together. So even if we had some players that play in France, in Portugal, but we know each other, we know our skills and everything we have to work on. So when we see each other, it's like always a pleasure to play and enjoy every moment for Haiti, for us, for our family. So yeah, it's cool.
Alrighty, just how does it feel to be back on the pitch and preparing for the upcoming season?
Awesome. Really great energy so far in practice, which is what we're exactly hoping for. Girls worked really hard in the off season. We had a good spring, developed a lot of players, that got some valuable playing time. And so, we only get 3 months out of the year to do this. So when you finally get the opportunity to get back out there, nothing better.
And to have that success that you guys did last year, what's the message kind of to the team to not only to carry carry the success from last season into this season, but also exceed those expectations and raise the bar?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's twofold, right? One, we want to learn from the experiences from last year and what got us to where we, had a great run. But at the same time, we can't compare ourselves to last season. Last night alone, we played 13 players that had never played for Mississippi State before. Well, never played in a fall game before, I should say. So different team, different personnel, new adventure, new journey. So lessons to be learned, and obviously we're hoping to build on the success that we had last year, but we're going to try really carefully not to compare ourselves to last season's team.
I know you got one more exhibition game before you make that trip to Arizona,
Yeah.
but what's having matches that important early in the season? What is that going to tell you?
Yeah, Danny, it's something different this year. Usually we used to play Thursday, Sunday going into, the opening weekend, and this year we thought we'd try it a little bit different and go Monday, Thursday, which gives us, the opportunity to not just play against ourselves for as long, because that gets frustrating for the players at times. You want to kind of go and put yourselves against an opposition other than yourselves. And then it gives a little bit of rest on the back end going into obviously a long trip to Arizona, and it'll be a 5-day trip for us when all is said and done. So it gives us an opportunity to give players lots of play time and see different relationships, different personnel, and Kennesaw were a really good team last night, but Samford, and they're going to be really good. You know, they return all of their team. They got 9 grad players, so they're experienced. So, you know, 2 really good teams, 2 really good tests before we go into obviously 2 great teams in Arizona.
Yeah. What's that trip going to be like? And it's
Hot.
going to be hot.
Hot.
Different hot from here, but it's still going to be hot.
Yeah, I checked the other day. 9% humidity, so I think it's 72% humidity here, so that'll be nice. But no, I mean, it's obviously
so the 115 is legit.
correct. But no, it's always nice to kind of get on the road. You know, we're going to do it this Wednesday, Thursday, but you know, to go for that amount of time, to get the team together, you know, outside of Starkville. They've been here since July now, so you know, we'll do some fun team things, you know, team dinners, maybe some team building and things like that. And you know, we play 2 really, really good teams, which is a great test as we go into conference play, but also for RPI purposes.
And to have some of your players that have played in the off season with their respective clubs and for their respective countries, how does that kind of help your team as far as that experience is concerned? How does that help your team going into this season?
Yeah, I mean, everybody's a little different, you know. Some people need to take a break from it for the summer, you know, depending on how their body's feeling and mentally and all those kind of things. And then there's other players like Riley Thompson, who you just spoke to. You know, she hasn't played for a while, right, because she had to sit out a year because of the SEC rule. So for her to play was very, very important. Alana played this summer. She'll play soccer 365 days of the year if you let her. Sutton Webb played. Caitlin Carroll played a little bit, you know, so it was good for those people to get, everybody's different, so they get what they need individually, but they all had a great experience, so that's the most important. Come back fit, healthy, raring to go.
And to see those fans in the stands just for the exhibition game, you know,
crazy.
going into the regular season and you guys breaking attendance records last year, how does that feel to see that support for your team?
Gives me goosebumps just thinking about it, and I mean that. I mean, when we came here, that was something that was very important to us. Thankfully, it's just as important, if not more important, for the players. And the fans make a massive difference, you know. And, you know, the cowbell tradition is awesome. We've got the West End tradition that we're trying to build this season. And, you know, you saw all the True Maroon campers come out there and sit in the West End last night. That was full. So we have a unique atmosphere here. You know, it's easy to get to. You can sit in the stands. You can sit, you know, in the West End. You can sit on the grass. You can bring a dog. You know, so there's something for everyone. You know, the kids are running around, cowbells are ringing. So for us last night, you know, we were sat down before kickoff and we just had a smile and say, this is for a Monday night with school not officially back in session yet, but public school is already back in session here in Starkville. So that obviously creates its own challenges. So to get the crowd we got last night was awesome. And hopefully the people enjoyed it. A lot of people's first time coming here. So hopefully they'll be back and enjoyed what they saw last night.
I was going to ask you specifically about Ruthie and her World Cup experience. How cool was that, you think, for her?
Oh, it was awesome. You know, it's she only came on we played her in the spring for Louisiana Lafayette, and obviously she was on the scout report, and you know, like, wow, you know, she's really dangerous, and she was playing in a different position for them than we hope that she plays for us, which was a natural position which she played in the World Cup. And you know, talking to her, she's a really interesting young lady. Getting to know her. You know, she was realistic going in. She wasn't sure how much play time she was going to get. And then, of course, the first game, on she goes. And, you know, she started the second game and things like that. So just an awesome experience for her to bring back to the locker room, you know, talking about what she saw and, you know, everything that she went through there. I mean, just coming back alone, she went through Dubai, Paris, Miami, and had to spend a night in all 3 of those. So, you know, I think that was a story in itself. But no, we're excited. She's actually going to train today for the first time. So just really excited that she's here. The team's excited and welcomed her with open arms.